on two separate occasions. In 87, once again, as I mentioned before, and again around 2007, the State Board of Education was given the opportunity to take over the land and said no until the Easley and Purdue administrations, using some attorneys from then Attorney General Roy Cooper's office, came in and said, no, we want this land after all, and we don't want to pay anything for it.
Now, the Hurst then said, hey, wait a second.
Right. They hired...
We don't care that you want this land. This belongs to us.
Right. They hired Raleigh attorney Charles Francis, who recently ran for mayor of Raleigh, by the way, unsuccessfully. They hired Charles Francis to represent them, saying the state had renounced the property twice. They went to a jury, and they won.
Now, tell us about the role of former Governor Pat McCrory in this.
Well, they won in 2006, okay, but then the Superior Court Judge Carl Fox said, no, this isn't the right outcome. So he overruled the jury. He allowed the state to actually seize the property, and the Hearst continued their lawsuit and their battle, and it looked like it was going to go to the state Supreme Court until the election of Governor Pat McCrory, whose officials started looking at this situation again. Charles Francis and the Hearst heirs give Carolina Journal's reporting a lot of credit for actually laying out their story and saying this was an injustice that was about to be inflicted upon this family through no fault of their own. And as McCrory's team said, okay, let's find somebody to help us buy this land and pay you. And they got the Nature Conservancy and some other groups in, paid $10.5 million for the land. And now the state's finally released a master plan for the park. And part of that plan is going to include restoring some of those old beach buildings and things like that, and retaining some of the history, and perhaps having an area that would be appropriate for walking tours to see what happened for this, that was supposed to be a nice resort for black teachers.